Okay then, Bruce, thanks for uploading these. I'm going to run through these fairly quickly. Just from what I can see on the photos you've uploaded, I'll just run through each one fairly quickly. This one looks pretty good, although the wings look a little bit blown out. Now, I don't know if these are the full resolution you're sending me. Obviously, they're going to need to be a lot bigger for agencies, for stock agencies. So this one is actually a good photo. The boss or the bee looks sharp. But like I said, the wings do look a little blown out. There's a bit of a highlight up here. And also the wings look a little blown on some of those. I would have lost a few of these white bits as well. But it's sharp where it counts. If it's a high resolution sharp image, then great, I'd upload it. If it's as it is, then I wouldn't necessarily bother with that one. Not now anyway. This one, on the other hand, is absolutely brilliant. Very, very sharp on the bees there. Really good looking shot. This pollen sac is fantastic. Adds a real splash of colour to it. It shows everything that's going on. So yeah, I would actually upload this one. If it's a high resolution image, then I would definitely say this one's pretty good to go. Yeah, well done on that one. I like that one. Yeah, classic shot. Really nice photo. Again, it looks like the sharpness is there on the eyes. It's very sharp here, so I'm hoping that the eyes are on the same focal plane and pretty sharp. But again, if you've got that as high resolution, then it's a great looking image. One that will pretty much get accepted for stock. If you imagine, a lot of people will upload photos of their cats. This one's slightly different in that it's a black kitten surrounded by white fur. Really stands out. So yeah, I think that one's good. If it's a high resolution, noiseless image, then yes, I'd say that one can go. This one's brilliant. Obviously, I presume it's a snake being fed in a case or something. I'd probably get rid of this little bit down here. It may show up glass reflections, that sort of thing. Maybe this bit here, just kind of work on those. Other than that, it's a really intriguing photo. It's obviously getting me thinking about what's happening in the mind of both creatures, but I think it's a really good stock photo. If you can pull a little bit more detail out of the fur on the mouse, if you actually shot that in RAW, then yeah, that may work. But as it is, I think it's a good stock photo, so yeah, that can go. This one I'm not so sure about. The girl seems to be a bit blurred. It could have been a nice photo, but it's hard to distinguish what they're kind of doing. I know they're picking flowers, but like I said, she looks a little bit blurred. Not sure what lens you've used there, but it looks slightly off to me. So although the colours are good, the concept's good, I don't think the quality and the subject matter is quite there. They'll say something like the image isn't focused where we wanted it, or they would say it had limited commercial value, so I'd leave that on for now. This one's pretty good. I love that water splashing on the pier there. Must have been a quite fast shutter speed, but it looks great, so I'd say that one. So that one can go. That's if it's good resolution and it's noise free because it was taken at night, I think that one can go. That's a great shot. This one I'd say unfortunately no, because there's no commercial value to it, plus it's a little blown in places and the child isn't looking, and I'm not sure if the focus is there, so for that one I would say at the moment no. This one looks pretty good, possibly a touch overexposed. No, it looks pretty good. If it's sharp when you look at the high resolution one, then yeah, I think this is quite a nice shot. Possibly dark down the sky a little bit, but it's a kind of 50-50 on that one as to the commercial value and the quality, but it looks sharp, so I'd possibly upload this one, but if you have 10 others then I'd do those, but this one looks quite nice. That one looks okay. I mean, I love the flower. It looks pin sharp. The bee looks sharp. I'm not sure how sharp it is when you blow the photo up to 100%. If it was a faster shutter speed and it was frozen and slightly underexposed, so we don't get so much highlights on the bee, then it might be a bit better. Again, I'm 50-50. It's a great shot and I like it, but for stock I'm not 100% sure. It's the sort of thing you could upload once you've been accepted and upload it to all agencies and see what happens. But again, I'm 50-50 on that one. I love the flower. It looks really sharp. Great bokeh in the background. It's just this little fella here. I would, in fact, not 50-50. I'd say probably 75% sure it would get accepted, 25% not. So possibly hold back on that one. That's great. Perfect stock image. I would probably bring the contrast down a little bit, but it's exactly what they're looking for stock. Beautiful colours behind. Nothing distracting. Great looking kitten. Yeah, bang on that one, I'd say. As long as it's sharp and noise free when it's full resolution, I think it's brilliant. Great shot. Same with that one. Great shot. Strange looking body. It looks, the way he's taken it looks kind of weird, like half his body's been chopped. But it's a great shot. Really nice looking photo. Again, as long as it's sharp and noise free, I think that would be okay. Not so sure with this one. I like the contrast of the white against all the yellow, which could be its saving grace. Other than that, they've got so many flower photos. They do look for things that are radically different. Not so sure. This is probably another one that I'd leave till you've been accepted and then upload later on. It's a great shot. Nothing wrong with it to do with exposure and everything. It's just as to whether it's got commercial value or not. So I'd probably hold back on that one for now. Same with this one. There's no commercial value there. I can't really make out what this is. I can see the stamen or whatever's in the middle of the flower there, but there's not enough in focus for me to justify using it as a stock photo for anything if I was a buyer. So yeah, I'd leave that one for now. Yeah, that's good. Possibly get rid of the white down here. I'd make it either fully white, leave the shadow in, but go fully white along there, because it does detract slightly and there's a few spots and things around there that need cleaning up. Other than that, it's a pretty good shot. Maybe add a little bit more contrast, but there's a dot there as well. You've got to be really careful. Best thing to do is actually go to 100% in Photoshop with the photos and see if you've got any bits in there, or make sure it's perfectly sharp and all that kind of thing, and just Photoshop these little bits of background out. But other than that, it's a good stock photo concept, but it just needs a little bit of work before sending it. That one, I love the photo. It's a great shot. Good exposure, great bokeh, nice sharpness on the foreground, but again, commercial value, at the moment I'd say no, unless you uploaded it purely as what's called a background. So let the reviewers know that it's just a background, but again, I'd say wait until you've been accepted. Again, with that one, a nice photo. Again, I like the contrast of that flower against all the others. Probably a bit too much bokeh there. It's probably a really wide open aperture, like 1.4 or 2.8 on a telephoto, but it does probably need a little bit more because it's a bit too blurred in the background. Buyers, I'm a buyer as well as a seller of stock photos, and I look for certain things. But that one, I would say possibly at the moment just leave it off for now. So really, I would say the bee one, the cat, the mouse, definitely that cat there, and this one are all definites. And this one, if you cleaned up, would be definite. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I reckon you got 7 really good photos there that with another 3 would make up your 10 for places like Shutterstock. So try and find 3 more based on that advice I've given. Keep them absolutely sharp, have a good concept so they've got commercial value, well exposed, no noise, and I think you should be good to go. But you've got a really good bunch of images there. You just have to put a slightly different head on when looking at stock. So just think about that advice and look for 3 or 4 more and use those as your first 10 to upload. I hope that helps, and we'll speak to you soon.